Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the JB Show. I know I've been gone for a minute, but I had to get myself together and compose. So today I'm coming with you. Hi guys, welcome back to the JB Show. I know I've been gone for a minute, so I am back here to talk about something really dear to my heart. Can you guess what? I'll give you a couple of clues. Like, can we guess? Can we guess? Black Panther is out, y'all. Yes, Black Panther is out. I've been to see it. It was amazing. I have questions. I have thoughts. I'm overwhelmed by all the black girl magic, the melanin popping on my screen. It was awesome. I've actually written a blog post over at my blog, www.naturalgirlinthecity.com, just talking about the black girl magic in the film, concentrating on the female characters. And on here, I'm just going to give a overview of the movie, try not to put a lot of spoilers, but if you haven't seen the movie already, like, what have you been doing with your life? It is broken box office records, so a gangload of you have been to see it, so I think we can talk about it now. And if you haven't seen it, then I don't know about you. Anyways, let's get into this review. So, Black Panther is a Marvel character. He is a superhero. He is from a country in Africa, probably somewhere down by the south, called Wakanda. It's a fictional country because some people really believe this is real. No, it's a fictional country, just like Zamunda. Okay, but it's called Wakanda. Wakanda forever. And Wakanda has a lot of wealth. It's a wealthy African country. It has never been colonized. It keeps itself to itself. It window dresses as a third world country to fool the Western world into believing that, you know, they're poor, so they don't come there and steal all their resources like they do. But when you see Wakanda, you're like, it's breathtaking. When they actually land and you see the architecture and all these futuristic buildings and the people and the color and the vibrancy, it's such a huge celebration of African culture, and you're literally like, this place is beautiful. I wish it existed. Can you imagine if Wakanda actually existed? Like, as Africans, it'll be like, wow, this is awesome. We have something that we've built and created and nurtured for ourselves, and it's grown into this huge technological advanced world that no one else knows about. It'll be magical. It would be magical. So, Black Panther is the hero of the movie. His name is T'Challa, and he is the king of Wakanda following the death of his father, T'Chaka, and T'Chaka, sorry. And he is, you know, when you well, you don't know what it's like to be a king, some of you might know, but like when you start a new role, it's always a bit shaky ground. You're always trying to find yourself and assert yourself, and you know, that's what his journey is kind of in the beginning of the movie. He's going to be king of this amazing land, and he's going to have all these people that he needs to support. And then in comes a rival, Killmonger. Michael B. Jordan. B stands for bang. Yes. Alright, so Killmonger is the villain of the piece, but I kind of left the cinema feeling like he's not really your typical villain. Like, his ideology and what he stood for was something I actually could relate, and he had this misplaced identity which a lot of us can relate, coming from the continent and being brought up in, say, the UK or US. You can relate to feeling a bit displaced, not really knowing who you are, and not really fitting in to either of those worlds. And then for him especially to know that his father was killed by his brother, and he never got to see this land full of riches, and he grew up poor in Oakland, and he saw all black people suffering, and then his home country is flourishing and they do nothing to help him or people that look like him. I can understand his anger. I can also understand why he felt he had to do what he did. I don't agree with his methods, but I I understood why he kind of got up to that point of thinking in his life. But so, you know, there's going to be a big fight, you know, it always happens, some other movie. It's going to end in a blow up. The fight scenes were choreographed to the gods. It was something to behold. It was superior to none. I loved the way Ryan Coogler shot the scenes. It was sleek, you know, there was no guns in sight. It wasn't your typical American, oh, let's shoot people with guns. But yeah, no, there's one scene where, okay, he discusses how guns are really primitive, and it's it's great to hear that line, because for a long time, primitive is a word that, you know, the Western world, the colonizers apply to us, you know, that we're savages, and then to have it turn on there in its head, and they're the ones that are seen as primitive and savage, like, it's amazing, because in that movie they sort of get to walk in our shoes. I mean, there's only two really main white characters, and the rest is just black. It's black, black, black everywhere. I loved it. I loved it. You know, it was so superiorly shot, the way black people were lit, the skin was just looking so glowy and regal. I need their facial routines. Lupita Nyong'o looking at you, her skin is rich, it's fantastic, love it. But the whole premise of the movie, in terms of discussing sort of Pan-Africanism and uniting Africa into one, like Wakanda has shut itself off from the rest of the world. It has the ability to help all other African countries flourish, but they kind of don't, you know, they don't want to do that. They don't want to invite people into the world, because, you know, once you open your door to people, you know, they're probably gonna come and ruin it, or just mess up what you got, take what you know. They like the world that they inhabit, but people are suffering. Black people are suffering in the world, and I think that's why Killmonger has such rage, because he knows that this land can do so much for its people and it doesn't. And also Nakia, who is T'Challa's, aka Black Panther's, love interest in it, she also has the same sort of ideology. She wants Wakanda to open its doors. She wants Wakanda to help others. She wants Wakanda to bring up black people. She wants black people to be united all over the world. And that's a sentiment that a lot of us have, especially in this day and age. A lot of us black people now banding together. We're trying to build our communities back up. We want to just see us grow and succeed and flourish. And that's kind of the sentiment I took from the movie as well. And also, just, you know, the fact that women in Wakanda were treated so, they were revered. You know, the women in Black Panther are so strong. Like I said, we have the Dora Milaje, who are the elite force. They guard the throne. These are badass, tough chicks. You know, no one messes with the Dora Milaje. They stand strong. They stand firm. They are principled being. The women really are the driving force of the movie. The women are really the saviors of the movies. From Shuri, who is Black Panther's sister. Shuri's the smartest person in the Marvel universe. She is responsible for building Wakanda to the state it is. She designs all the weaponry. She's in charge of the infrastructure, IT, anything that happens in Wakanda. Shuri dreams it, executes it, brings it to life. She is amazing. And then you have, like I said, Nakia. She's really like the heartbeat of the story. You know, she brings to T'Challa these crucial questions, like we need to open ourselves up, we need to help our people. And then you have Okoye, who's the leader of the Dora Milaje, and she's just a protector. Like, she will do anything for her country, even if it means killing her lover. Like, there's one scene where Wakabi, who's Okoye's man, boyfriend, husband, I don't know, he's her man, and he's like, would you kill me, my love? And she says, for Wakanda, no question. She is loyal. She is loyal. She is loyal to her country. But that's how you have to be. Like, for a lot of women, they always have to make a choice between love and success and love and money and love and this. And this is a woman that's like, no. She's principled. Like, for her country, she'll do anything, even kill her love. Like, love, what is love? It's not gonna pay the light bills, basically. That's what okay is saying to Wakabi. It's not gonna pay the light bills. So that's not even gonna happen. But there's some great supporting characters. This is just a really speedy run through because I'm trying not to do spoilers, but some great supporting characters. There's the mountain tribes headed by M'Baku. He challenged T'Challa in the beginning for the throne because the mountain people had been pushed aside. They don't get consulted on Wakanda policies. No one checks for them. So he's like, no. He had a chance to fight for the throne, so he took it. He lost, retreated back to the mountains, trying to just look after his own people because clearly wider Wakanda aren't checking for them. And he has the funniest lines in the movie. He's clearly Nigerian. I love M'Baku. He's cool, but he comes through in the end. In the end, he puts aside his pride to fight for the greater good of Wakanda, and he comes to the aid of the Black Panther. So go watch this movie. It's just so... It's a celebration of African culture. It's so vibrant. It really tries to address the issue of black misrepresentation in the mainstream. We're not savages. We are thinkers. We are doers. We are proactive, you know? And this movie just showcases black people in all different shades of melanin. And shades of melanin. This showcases all black people in different hues. Black people in different light. I think it'll be great for the, you know, young black kids just to see themselves on the screen and be like, wow, we can do this. And I think that's what Black Panther inspires hope. And it was just, I just can't explain how amazing it was. And this review is all over the place, but just watch the movie. Watch the movie. Like, you're gonna leave feeling like Wakanda forever, because it is that good. It is that good. And I just wanted to end on one of the lines. Well, you know, when Killmonger is facing his death, he says, "Bury me in the ocean with my ancestors who jumped from ships because they knew death was better than bondage." That got me. Like, it's just, for a long time, slavery, bondage and captivity is all black people have known or have been shown as. And now it's time for a change. We don't need to be in bondage anymore. We can do things. We can enact and affect change. And now we're at a turning point where black people are showing up and standing out and doing all these wonderful things. And that line is so poignant because it hits you right here in the feels. Because can you imagine what they went through on those ships? And now we've got time to change our narrative. We can write our own stories and fully flesh out the black character. There's so much to us. And this movie, it's gonna be wonderful for black people. It really is. And yeah, this is all I'm gonna say.